Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today, who is going to talk about 3D printing in civil engineering, new emerging technology by Dr. Usha Devi S. Patil. She's a professor and HOD at Civil Engineering Department at KG Reddy College of Engineering, Telangana. Thank you for joining us. We can start with today's presentation, ma'am. Over to you.
Yes. Thank you, Harish.
Thank you.
I will share my screen.
Exactly. Thank you. You can
Okay.
proceed.
Okay. Thank you, Harish. And once again, I want to thank for IFERP for giving me this opportunity to deliver the lecture, guest lecture. So today's topic is 3D printing, civil engineering, in civil engineering, a new emerging technology. So first we will see, before going to main topic, what is meant by the 3D printing. Nowadays, 3D printing is most widely used in all fields of the engineering sectors. So 3D printing or the additive manufacturing is the process of making three-dimensional solid objects from the digital file. So creation of the 3D printed object is achieved by using the additive processes. In an additive process, an object is created by laying down the successive layers of the material until the object is created. So each of these layers can be seen as a thinly sliced cross section of the object. This is the basic concept for the 3D printing. So 3D printing is the most of the subtractive manufacturing, which is cutting out it is opposite to subtractive manufacturing, which is the cutting out or hollowing out the pieces of the metal or plastic or other materials for instant milling machines. So 3D printing enables us to produce the complex shapes by using the less material than the traditional manufacturing materials or the methods. So this is the concept. In 3D printing, first we are forming our object in digital method, then we are saving that file, and the three-dimensional object is printed through the 3D printer. So this is the basic concept. And as per shape of the particular object, or the as per the type of the particular object, the type and size of the printer varies. So these are the some critical shapes we can manually, it is very difficult. Our traditional method, it takes more material, but by using the 3D printing we can easily print this type of the shapes. So 3D printing is the process in making the physical object from three-dimensional digital model, typically by laying down many successive layers of the material. It brings the digital object. Digital object means it is the CAD representation or the file into its physical form by adding the layer by layer materials. So there are several different techniques for the 3D print of the object. So graphically we have seen that 3D CAD file is stored, or that it is .stl file format is there, then slicing coding is there. Second figure is the filing format, and third object is the actual 3D printing is going on, and at the end we are observing that the final physical object we are getting. So these are the different types processes involved in the 3D printing. So just a review, what is the history of 3D printing? The earliest 3D printing technology first became visible in the late 1980s, at which they are called as the rapid prototype technology, RP technology. This is because the processes were originally conceived as a fast and more cost-effective method for creating the prototypes of the product development within the industry. As an interesting aside, the very first patent application for the rapid prototype technology was filed by the Dr. Kodam in Japan in May 1980 only. So next, how it is works, or the how 3D print works. The different types of the 3D printers each employ a different technology that possesses the different materials in different ways. It is important to understand that one of the most basic limitation of the 3D printing in terms of the material and the application is that there is the no solution fits all. Means as per the design, as per the material, as per the requirement, the 3D printer varies. Same printer cannot be used for the another purpose. For example, some 3D printer possesses the powder material, that is the nylon, plastic, ceramic, or the metal, which utilizes the light and heat sources to sinter or melt or fuse the layers of the powder together in a defined shape. In another process, polymer resins materials and again utilizing the light or laser to solidify the resin and in ultra thin layers. So in 2004, Professor Behrcom of the University of South Carolina attempted the first 3D printed walls. And after since that, then this innovation has explored and it's new possible to build the house in just 20 hours. Nowadays, within 20 hours or 24 hours, we are constructing the houses. The professor developed the FDM 3D printer mounted on the robotic arm that extrudes the concrete layers instead of plastic to create the 3D model. So this is the one representative figure. So concrete is poured for the wall construction. So after that, what happens? The construction giants are quickly realizing the potential of 3D printing technology and their impact on the future of the construction. More and more the companies are starting up in the sector to create the new innovation projects. So 3D printing concept or the 3D concrete printing is developed rapidly and relies on the different technologies and the materials, offering many benefits to its user. So what is the 3D printing process in the actual construction sector? Means how we use the 3D printing in construction sector. So previously what happens when we are planned to construct any home, any structure, we have to draw the figures on the paper. Then we have to print that plans on the paper and afterwards on the site. As per that plans, construction work is going on by using the equipments, then material and manpower is required. So this is the one representative figure of the 3D printing of the building. So in this figure, the site is very clean, no workers are there or minimum workers are there and no sounds are there, and one robotic arm is printing the building. So in actual, when we are think to construct our dream house or any building, in a conventional method, we are using the raw materials, then we require the big factories for the cement and brick manufacturing and other materials. Then we require the blocks. After that, construction team or the manpower is required, tools or the heavy equipments are required, and after by using all these, much more time is required, and after that we are completing our dream house. And along with that, so many waste products or the waste is also on the site. But in the 3D printing, what happens? We are using the raw material, then we are using the 3D printer or robotic arm, and directly on the site we are getting our dream home completed without any noise, without any waste. That is the difference between the conventional construction method and the 3D printed house. So why we are using the 3D printed in the construction? In light of the global development of the labor and the housing shortages, increasing productivity is the significant challenge for the construction industry, because to complete any home, it required the time as per the conventional method. But 3D construction printing technology addresses precisely this issue. Within 24 hours also, we are able to complete our construction. So there are three different methods which are used for the 3D printing in the civil engineering. First one is the robotic arm extruders. The contouring crafting method involves the building material being deposited to create a large scale 3D model with a very smooth surface finish. The rails are installed around the building ground that will act as a structure to direct the robotic arm. It moves back and forth for the extrude the concrete layer by layer. Again, the trowels are placed on the side and above the nozzle to flatten the extruded layers and ensure the model strength. So this is the one type of the robotic arm is there. In this process, conventional concrete cannot be used at it would need to harden before you continue for the next layer. So therefore, concrete is used with the quick setting cement properties. So these machines are huge, that is the 23-meter long, 10-meter wide and 6.6-meter tall. And this enables them to 3D print full structure and assemble them on the spot. So this is the one method. So here in the figure, robotic arm is there and one person is handling the machine or 3D printer and printing is going on actual site. This is one another figure that by using the robotic arm, we can print any shape or we can construct any shape. Second one is the sand layers linked with the together. The Italian architect Dini first made waves as the man who print the 3D printer's house. So what is done? This machine relies on the binding of the powder, which make it possible to solidify the layers of the material with the binder. The layers of the sands are deposited according to the desired thickness before a print heads to pour the binder to harden the sand. So the 4-meter by 4-meter machine can create the large structures up to the 6 cubic meter in size. So sand layer is the second method. So this is the actual site figure. Here sand layers are poured and bind together. And next one is the metal for solid structure. So Dutch company MX3D has developed the unique construction method called as the WAAM, Wire Arc Additive Manufacturing, which enables us to 3D print metal structures with 6-axis robot that drops the 2 kilo of the material per hour. So in the figure, we are seeing that the metal printing is going on. So next is why we are using the 3D printing in the construction. So in the figure, we are observing that here conventional construction method is there. The persons are building the wall, bricks are there, then mortar is there. Anywhere in the construction site, we are seeing this common picture. But firstly, the 3D printing concrete saves the lot of time, because for the conventional method, we required 3 months, 2 months like that. In particularly, using these technologies potentially reduces the 2-week job in just 3 to 4 days. We are completing 2-week job in 3 to 4 days. Moreover, this reduces the risk of injury at the work. While on the construction site, so many accidents are happened. So we are reducing this risk or the injury by 3D printing. And in addition, the construction site is very quiet. Otherwise, what happens is there. So this is one clean and neat site for the 3D printing process. The building is going in on process for the printing. Then what are the advantages of the 3D printing? In terms of the material uses, 3D printing is economical because there is no wastage. Whatever we have saved figure, that is only printed. With additive rather than the substitutive processes, less materials are used than the traditional manufacturing process. And this reduces the environmental impact as less waste products are produced. So it is the eco-friendly, then less waste is there, less farmer we required, safer sites are there, and social impact is also good. Again, faster construction is there. We have a geometric freedom. These are the more advantages for the 3D printing when we are using in the construction. Then what are the disadvantages? Mainly, it reduces the employee number in the industry since the 3D printer does the most all of the work on the site. A limited number of the materials can be used since the same printer might not be able to print the required multiple materials. Means as per use of material, the printer is different. So that is the drawback. And the transportation. So getting the printers for large in situ components to and from the site and storage of the printer on the site it is the a little bit difficult task. So these are the disadvantages. Again, high risk. We are first saving the digital format and that is converted into the 3D format. So if any error in the digital model can result in the problematic issues on the site during the printing construction phase. Then the conventional product manufacturing companies and the plant retaining companies could suffer their products are no longer required. And additional time may be required on the site if the components are created in situ. So these are the few drawbacks or the disadvantage of the 3D printing. So here in the figure we are seeing that this is the one tractor, huge tractor, and this robotic arm is fixed, and here nozzle is there, printing nozzle is there for the printing of the 3D home. So 3D printed house, it is a solution for the housing crisis. Since 3D printing now allows structures to be created more quickly, it is the ideal to combat the housing crisis. Some companies are gravitating towards the additive manufacturing as a result, which aims to build a more sustainable world through the 3D printing. This enables the regions that don't yet have access to electricity or the to 3D print environment friendly structures with the local resources by using the wind power or by using the solar power. Also we are using the 3D printers. So these are the some actual site figures. First figure, 3D printing is going on. In the second figure, wall printing is going on. So where actually buildings are completed by using the 3D printing, in Dubai, municipality office building is completed or the printed by using 3D printer. In December 2019, 3D printing robot firm Apis Core announced it had completed the world's largest individual 3D printed building. So this is the office building. The office block built in UAE is 9.5 meter in height and the floor area is 640 meters square. Then in China also, Winsun, this company, the firm has created the handful of home designs and include the small apartment blocks. The designs users can quickly and cheaply print the parts before installing them on site. The company Winsu made headlines globally in 2014 by printing the batch of 10 complete houses. So this house is also completed by using the 3D printing. And in case of India, 3D printed house is inaugurated at IIT-MADRAS. The Tavaswa Manufacturing Solution, a startup founded by the alumni of the IIT Madras, has made what it says as the India's first 3D printed house. The term 3D printed structure using the specialty concrete that it had developed to print the large scale 3D structures in short periods. So these are the new developments, and now it is becoming common, or it is the most innovative or emerging technology developing in the construction industry. So again, this Jestam pavilion, huge pavilion is construction is going on by using the 3D printing. So there, here in the figure we are clearly observing that two robotic arms are there, then rails are provided, and clean and neat site is there. No workers are there. Again, this one is the building. It is completed by Russian company within the 24 hours by using their concrete 3D printer. So is it possible that only we are constructing concrete building? No, in steel structures also we are constructing by using the 3D printer. So this is the world's first 3D printed steel bridge open to public in the Amsterdam. So by using the new ideas and new softwares, so many companies are coming for the different innovations in the 3D printing for the construction industry. So this is all about the use of 3D printer, in the construction industry. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share little bit knowledge about the 3D printing in construction industry.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable inputs that were presented in the guest lecture. For receiving regular updates about IFERP lecture series, kindly subscribe us to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.